So I guess Charleston White didn't get enough clicks off the Brittany Renner situation. He, in fact, gave her props because he was like, it was a different person that he saw that went crazy in the studio, drunken and all of that, in between when the cameras cut off. He was like, oh, she did that on purpose. She used me as a prop and ran viral, you know what I'm saying? And he said she reminded him of himself and how he turns on his character and turns it off. So I guess by what he's about to say about Deion Sanders is him turning on the character again. He just had to be the contrarian after Prime has won 3 games, especially after that double OT nail biter with the sunglasses and all that. We're glad he pulled that one off because he was close. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to O'Shea Duke Jackson to hear what Uncle Ruckus, a.k.a. Charleston White, had to say.
Deion Sanders. Yeah, I want to put $20,000 up on any college player that'll hurt his son, that motherfucking quarterback. Yeah, that's slow going nowhere.
So you don't like gangs or rappers because they contribute to the demise of the black community, which I get, but you don't like a young Christian black man that's going to college and excelling at being a student athlete so much that you would consider paying somebody to possibly end his career?
College, here in Colorado for with them to Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State University, y'all go. Oh, Deion. Yeah, Sambo Sanders is his new name. And he a football player. Deion ain't never done where we can rally and revolutionize around him. And a football player with a turf toe. Deion. And another thing, Jackson State, you rooting for them coaches.
We know you ain't rooting for their coach neither because you would have said T.C. Taylor if you had known that. But you wouldn't even know Jackson State's program to mention it if Deion Sanders hadn't went there and turned it around.
And then all them little league coaches that's coaching them little league teams in your city. You ain't rooting and rallying and cheering behind them folks.
Man, cut it out. Parents spend so much money keeping their kids involved in Little League. Have you ever seen the Little League World Series? The money that's involved, that's all them parents paying into and rooting and cheering behind nature and sending them all across the country to play against other teams and all of that. Plus, Deion Sanders has coached kids all the way from 7 years old all the way up to collegiate. So cut it out, man.
Matter of fact, fuck them white folk football team. Yeah, Colorado University, white alumni, they white dean of school. Fuck all them white people over there that Deion Sanders coaching for. So, yeah, they ain't gonna let no bunch of niggas go to school over there. They just letting them niggas young pick and fuck the whole team.
Oh, he coaching for a white school, the white alumni, the white this, the white that. So I heard you a LeBron fan. Why not the same derogatory manner about the Lakers? Why not F the Lakers? Matter of fact, why not F most NBA teams? Because majority of them ain't letting no black man own nothing. You know, we had Michael Jordan in there for a second, but he lost his share. So I'm just saying, why not talk the same way about the NBA owners? Why not talk the same way about the white folk that go over to Africa and mistreat them slaves and get them to digging for them diamonds that you wear around your neck? Or what about these wonderful phones that we talking on? Same white folk go over to Africa, slaving, getting in the mine and for the minerals that we use to make these wonderful phones. Yet you don't talk the same way about them, but you find the vitriol and hate for Deion. It just seemed like I don't know what it is that you would single Deion Sanders out and have such hatred for this dude for being successful in the manner that he's succeeding in. And it's still like apples and oranges because all HBCUs weren't founded by black folk. Like Jackson State was, but like Howard was not. That was a white general that founded that, I think. Spelman was not. It's just one of them things where it's like, and then even today, we're still talking about these universities, but they're receiving public funds. So like I say, we still talking apples and oranges because it's historically black and it may have a mostly black population, but it's getting the same public funds as the Michigan Wolverines are getting. It's not like it's a black man sitting at the top of the chain that owns the university, you know. But I'm not saying that to discredit the HBCUs because they do produce a mass amount of black professionals that exist in our world today. And they are very much needed as far as keeping together some of the black history that we need to retain. Which is why I was so happy to see Deion Sanders go there and turn it around. But we do have to admit the truth of what things are. And the truth of how black folk treated Deion Sanders when he went there. Because they don't even want to mention or bring up the fact that Deion Sanders didn't properly get paid while he was there. Why? Because black folk were pilling and stealing out his pockets the whole time. The salary that he did get, he donated most of it to the players to be able to take them around here and there and have the events catered and have them looking nice and this, that, and that. He used his partnerships and his personality to garner those relationships and sponsorships to where they had a different uniform, more uniforms than any other college team. Where they could fly and go here and go there and be, properly dressed in suits and be able to eat before the game and after the game and this, that, and other, and have hotels that he leveraged his personal relationships to make these things happen. His personality to get them on ESPN to the big stage. No one had ever watched Jackson State games that much. And mind you, he was supposed to get a share of the ticket prices, of the ticket sales after a certain point. And every game was sold out. You know what they told him? Oh, we ain't sell no games out. They never broke bread on them ticket prices because they was doing what? Shady business. So you want a man to stay in shady business and get the short end of the stick while bringing name recognition to the whole situation? I seem to remember somebody who said they was in that same situation recently. Was it Charleston White? Who said that TK Kirkland and Live Nation was using his names to sell out these shows, but they was robbing him on the back end? Right? I seem to remember him talking about this. I don't remember you going at Live Nation like that. Show ain't black folk that own Live Nation. But you claim you ain't get your money. But what you said when you was doing, sometimes I go in like I'm stupid. So because in order to learn the business, you gotta let them get over on you. Oh, so you just went in hat in hand, huh? Let them peel and steal from you, and then you just everything's fine after that, right? But you don't go hard on them like you go hard on Deion Sanders. Because see, like TK Kirkland said, I don't pay Charleston White. Live Nation does. But it's funny that Charleston White seems to find a way to pick a problem with the black folks. Oh, Donald, yeah, he loves some Donald Trump. Remind me of Kanye West when he was looking like a goofball. Sitting up there telling Trump he loved and all this stuff but you know what? This is why we just have conversations about this stuff, because I see through Charleston's game and I ain't gonna let him get me too worked up about whatever it is he trying to do to get his clicks or whatever, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you do to get your clicks. You can eat off of it. I'm gonna talk about it. I can eat off of it too. It don't matter. But I'm just gonna say it sounds a bit ridiculous to me that you would go to the length of wishing this much, putting this much vitriol on this man and his family when they are one of the most outstanding examples of a family that we've ever seen. And not only that, I think Charleston White, it bugs him that he can't do it in the way that Deion Sanders does it. Because if you find interviews from before, he tells you he did this before. He used to dress in suits. He used to talk regular, talk proper. He didn't smoke on camera. He didn't cuss. He didn't say the N word. He was working with politicians trying to do this and working programs trying to get people to, but they didn't respond to him like everybody's responding to Deion, right? Somehow he just didn't get the same response. And so what did he notice? He started noticing that as he started cussing and fussing in the same manner that the gangbangers and the rappers that he so-called hates so much, once he started spewing the same vitriol that they was spewing, he started to get noticed. He started to get a reaction. People started to take to him. He couldn't do it in the same godly manner as Deion does it and be about family and be about progress. Because your message is that you're trying to uplift black people. But it's funny that you call yourself uplifting black people by doing the same thing that the rappers and the gangbangers do that you claim you can't stand. You beefing and fighting with these dudes every chance you get. I don't, don't make no sense to me. But it looks like he just mad that he doesn't get the same response doing it the way that Deion did it. You gotta get dirtier with it. But hey, your path is your path. That's the path you chose to take. Don't be mad at the man because he's succeeding in the path in the steps that you wish you could have took. He carved out his lane. You carved out yours. Why are you mad? But y'all tell me what you think about Charleston White. But it ain't much to think of. The brother is an intelligent brother, but like I said, I keep having to remind people that he's a character. And he's going to continue to be that. That's why he contradicts himself so much. But it is what it is. This is your boy P. Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.